So, welcome guys. Good evening, everyone. Mr. Dave, Aruna, how is family? Mrs. Adebayo, how is family? Madam. So, because of light, and we have a lot to cover tonight, so I will just quickly start. And if anyone joins later, they are all welcome. So I've launched my Kali Linux down, and I've opened my Ubuntu. My Kali Linux. Sorry for that. I use Ubuntu too. So, let me open my slide. Let me slide show. So, today we'll be talking about batch scripting. Probably if you didn't join us as we start now, if you have any questions, you can just drop it on the platform. If whenever I have the time, I will quickly respond to them. So we start with batch scripting tonight. Before we start to write any command, let's quickly take a look at what is it all about batch scripting. Now, with what we have on the screen, a batch script is a series of commands written in a file. That means we need to create a file before we can write a batch command. These are read and executed by the batch program. And with that statement, let me quickly explain that the file you are to create, it must be an executed file so that it can run through the batch program. And also, whatever you have written in your batch program, it will execute line by line. We are going to do some practice tonight. You see how the third statement, which is this, the program executes line by line, how it works. Now, we have some examples that I've written down, and this particular batch scripting is fully practical aspect. We are going to write code, and I'm going to be writing everything. And if you are with your Linux machine, you can write as I write, or if you are not, you can just come back to this video later in the day or anytime and just follow it up. So, let me see. Please, anyone that is joining to help us to mute his microphone, please. I don't want to host anyone, and I'll just be accepting everyone. So that's why I just make it open. But just try to, whenever you are joining, the first thing to do is to mute your microphone. That should be the first thing to do, please. Thank you. So we have some examples. We can navigate to a certain part. We know how to find the part on Kali Linux command by typing the pwd, that's print working directory. Now we create a folder and we spawn a process inside it using the command line. So 99.9% of Kali, to me, 99.9% of Kali interaction is through command line. So you should get familiar a lot. Make sure you do more a lot while working with your Kali Linux. Make sure you are doing it on command line, because your profession to be requires you to get familiar with this command line of a thing, either on Windows or Unix or Linux OS. Your Windows is still good, that you still have the GUI, that's everything is graphical interface. Please help us to mute your microphone, please. Now we can do the same sequence of step by saving the command in bash script and running it. We'll do all of these things very soon. Now, the very first task is how to write bash script in Linux. The default shell for many Linux distros is the GNU Born Again shell. That's the meaning of bash. That's the full meaning of bash, mean born again shell. The B for B and the again. The B for born, the A for again, and the SH for the shell. So that's the full meaning of bash command. Now, bash is succeeded by born shell. Is a name. Is the name of someone born. You know, these people are just, you can just name them, name themselves anything. Now, script starts with a bash bank. Is a must. It's a must. If you want to write your, I'll try to prove that to you or to us that we must put a shebang whenever we want to write our bash command. So scripts are also identified with a shebang. So for your bash, you have your shebang to identify your script. Shebang is a combination of the hashtag and the exclamation, then followed by the bash shell part. So the bash shell part is very simple. That is /bin/bash. Now, this is the first line of a script that we must write. Don't worry. All of these, my talk, we are going to get it very soon. So if you look at what we have here, with this third line, it says shebang is a combination of the hashtag and the exclamation, which is this. If we can see it, that's the hash followed by the exclamation. Then I said with the part which I've mentioned, /bin/bash. So we have all of this. We can just quickly, at our own end, we can calmly read them, and I make sure that everything written here is comprehensive, that we can just go through it and we'll try to understand them. So I don't want to waste much time on this. Just read them on your own, then we'll go back. So how to very sorry for the interaction. The network was fluctuating seriously here. So can someone just give me a thumb if you can hear me, so that I can you see my screen? Yes. Okay, correct. Thank you. All right. So as I was saying, all right, thank you, sir. So as I was saying, let me go back to the slide. Mr. Dave, thank you. So yes, how to create our first bash script is a very simple thing. We are going to follow this instruction. Here we are going to say touch hello world, and okay, this is what I'll do. I'm going to share this slide with you guys, but my focus should be what I'll be doing on the terminal. So all of these, I'll just explain them. I might use another thing entirely. So I have, okay, before I proceed, let me practicalize this. So I'll go to my terminal. I believe you still remember the command to create a file. The command we use to create a file. If you want to create a file, let me confirm whether what I'm doing is recording. If you want to create a file,